Dizzy to work with, but still a flash on cracks as well. BBL have their own though. Breezy lining up the dog right now. It's gone through. Flash on the back of it. You'd imagine no, just a straight up swing. The flash comes behind Kushner, letting him get close on to take these fights and win them. Nice little double to open things up. Brave, the one to find that second, as FUT now find themselves locked out of B. And it's going to be tough to find their way back through. They've got a Viper wall to try and block out those longer range angles, but BBL have taken a lot of their players onto the site.
Needed a kill and not going to find one. Breezy already there. Brave alongside it. It's not quite flawless, but this is for
BBL already one round under their belt. A big stack up from FUT, trying to use the firing squad of classics, and that has worked out very well. Damage is done, but converting any further should be quite difficult.
The thing is, this BBL squad at times has been incredibly explosive.
Bravo.
That's always one of the worries for his opponents. It's going to be retrieved, or it just about makes it around the corner. However, that's so much info for the rest of the team. Yedege is there to kick things off and give them that advantage.
Yeah, Cracks has even got some support to play with here. Not able to use the flash up because he's behind Yedege, but he's got his gun in hand, ready to duel, and the swing is good.
Onlar da tabii infoyu aldı.
Happy to get their toxins back online before they make this push, I'd imagine. Never mind. They're going straight out ahead of it, looking for some fights. It looks like they're soon to get them. The bait as the plant is faked to attempt to draw them into open combat. Blast back used, mosh pit in. The utility response is there from FUT, but there seems to be a response from BBL. They want to get aggressive. Kushner swinging through. The smoke is being caught. Yedege finds Reezy, but BBL still have one player left behind on the side. Elite trapped. But already having taken down Mr. Fallen, it looks like he'll just about escape, but they're on his tail. About to see this double TP straight through. They know he's still inside. And Captain has confirmed that it is now closing the distance on the door. They'll open it, presumably with that snake bite, and leave Elite down in the dumps. In fact, no, rotating around. In a long way.
Just patience.
Captain will get it anyways.
Yeah, I think that he just waited for the moment that his teammates can go through the TP, knowing that he would eventually have to leave. This now leaves things in a pretty problematic scenario for the remaining pair of BBL. Pora's going to try and get aggressive. He's still in the line, and the timing couldn't have been any worse. Now it's all over for Brave, and it's a couple of tasty shots. A little bit unlucky not to get both.
BBL side looking to take over A with the weaker weapons. They've gotten a lot of space out of this. The utility sure delays the plant slightly, but at the end of the day, they're waiting for FUT to run out of utility and have to take these fights with weapons in hand. That's when the numbers advantage could come into play. Orbital strike used here by Brave to isolate some fights, then Showstopper comes online, fired at heaven. Not a great angle forward, and not one that will find a connection. Seen it again on a sliver of health late in the round, but he's surviving, and these shots are not landing. Reezy on 20 HP, flanked out by Yedege, leaves Elite with absolutely nothing to do. In fact, it's even seen it on 2 health.
This round, though, ult's back online, at least in the form of Seekers. They can get the information of these aggressive pushes. But this defense has been dynamic. A switch up of personnel once again. The double initiator here as they try and push through mid once again.
Oh, Mr. Fallen's going to be under pressure to take that fight. Reezy winning it out. It looks like a null command going into play for Cracks, but he's not able to fight ahead of those smokes. They've lost the space. They've conceded it, and the plant has come through at this point. FUT are forced into that retake, but they won't be too upset about it. Look what they've got to work with when they put feet back on the site. Viper's pit out of Yedege. He's going up towards heaven, which makes me a little bit nervous. You also have to contemplate in the side of BBL, their post plants. Molotov on Brave could be in play. We can see his position on the map. And yes, indeed, he's playing that post plant molly. So now there's a bit of time pressure on FUT. They have to win these fights relatively quickly as they move their way forward. Sure, Pora's drop, but still haven't cleared out lamps, and this is where big problems could be brewing. Elite still on that off-angle clean. Diffuser, pardon, and 3 in total. Nice position.
I could talk about anyone on Heretics and KC, and I think you're going to excite most people. But Elite has been one of the real sort of standouts. This guy has been the reason that this team has been so unbelievably good. Pora setting up for the ult. Again, it's going to be pressure, but and a Captain already manages to find an opener. This has just gone a little wrong. They've used the ult, but there's not really a way to play off it.
Yeah, kept way back on this. BBL now have to find an alternate solution to breaking through this defense, and it's not going to be dry running it at least. You can't imagine it is. CNET sat in the corner. Thrash put through at a captain right up on it to trade through the wall, but doesn't need it. No, it spams like that from CNET, and that was blind fire to take down another player, to take down Elite, remove that Viper utility, and send BBL to a familiar situation. 2 versus 5, 30 seconds on the clock, and they're saving. But this time, Yedej's ahead of it. He doesn't want them to carry these weapons through to the next. Instead, he's hunting them in their spawn. And now the rest of FUT are on their way. 18 seconds plus some post-timer. Por has got to hold on strong if he wants this weapon for the next, and no way to hit the shot on Cracks.
That hasn't really been the case. FUT more than happy to try and hold their ground. Nade as well will make things a lot more awkward, and as they try and pressure, they've got to be ready for a second player to be there. At a captain is the snake in the grass.
Oh yeah, he's very late on this too. And it's not like they can commit Kushner to watching the angle for much longer. His head's been ripped clean off from heaven. Players coming out of spawn, too. Once you hear these close steps, that's where your eye's drawn to, and this is where out of captain, well now he's just with the rest of the team, popping a paranoia, clearing up all this space and leaving these pistols in a really tough spot. Elite has a chance with a body shot to Mr. Fallen, but the round's already slipped away. How much more can he take out of their hands? A couple rifles, some
And Por is going to be the one to take the hit after the hero rifle in the last round. The fact is, though, they're using these early concussors in an attempt to try and slow down FUT, but it is not slowing them at all. They are pushing this again.
We start with the flash out of Cracks. The paranoia used, the nade now forcing them out of position into the fight, and that's exactly what FUT wants. The kills found, and favorably for the defensive side with BBL trailing, and Pora tries to bridge the gap, loses the fight, loses the spike. Where's he going? CNED's blast packing around like a lunatic. But Cracks has got him covered. That's going to be a frustrating aim duel to try and take. And now all that's left is for Brave to 1v4, all players in the same position, and the 3 remaining. And they're slowed down by the mosh pit. What a trade out. An ult for a cheap piece of utility, but one that's found so much impact in this series so far. Mr. Fallen might not be fragging, might not be leading from the front, but he's doing his job, and that's all he needs to do. This time, though, out of captain goes down. Damage already done. Showstopper back in from CNET. Nade in from CNET. These players are in trouble. CNET's just shredding them in Lamson. It was a good start, but a terrible finish for BBL. Elite 38 HP. Sure, he's got a Viper's Pit, but you're only going to bring them down to your level.
This season, but 38 HP, Spectre. 3 players behind, and CNED is behind him.
Oh, that's absolutely no hope. That timing is incredible.
BBL, but they do have themselves up to strike. Viper's Pit, if they need it. Nothing spotted outside of the B site as well. They will know exactly where this is coming from.
Okay, they might know where it's coming from, but dealing with these players this time could be a different challenge altogether. Good flash, but Kushner, team flash in fact, but it works nonetheless. Gets the others closer to take down those kills. Kushner's wrap was perfect. Smoke up top blocked out anyone from helping. And finally, Viper's Pit has come into play. So BBL, 4 versus 2. A lot of damage done, granted, but orbital strike in play. Viper's Pit already up. Spike planted, time ticking, shots coming close. CNET spams through walls have been unbelievable. At times, there's one through the pit, but it was Tracers. Orbital strike pushes him back. His life should be fairly limited at this point. 1 HP, spamming with a Vandal and a snake bite that catches him as it unfurls. They even drop the pit to leave Yedej in the open. And at this point, there's no way they let him away with it. 8 rounds will be on Brave with a frenzy up close and 3 players too. In fact, about to peek, and CNET wins the fight. Sight now under threat. Good nade, great nade. This utility from CNET, been perfect. And Cracks jumps up on the wall for 1 with the decay. Well, now all of a sudden, FUT are looking to win this round, looking favored, and they've isolated Kushner. Another 3K from...
Look away. Cut away. I don't want to see this.
And here we go. For the first time, Elite swings in and catches 1. That's all. Seems like Yedej was his kryptonite.
Is building up towards Hookah. No rotation yet from the side of BBL. They still don't have the info. The jump spot being attempted, but for now, at least, this has been avoided. Smoke will go down, but immediately CNED's gone straight through it. The shot from Reese is good, though. Drops him out of the sky. A Brave swinging has caught another couple. This is a solid hold when it comes to the B site. BBL do have a good read. The stun as well, if put into place at the right time, could set them up wonderfully. Now, there you go. It's brought this to a halt. You can already see the rotation sprinting from Brave. The pop flash is good though, and actually Captain, he's just got swinging off the back of it.
Nice.
Takes a bit of a risk, and Kushner's there. 2 kills immediately, goes for a little bit more.
Bekle ya,
Might have got a bit
satma.
greedy. His teammates aren't really available to stop them.
B'de
But
Rize
I'm
var.
loving the
Sakin,
position
sakin.
of Rize. This is so much more passive than you'd normally expect. He is
Nice,
waiting for them to drop out. Already finding the kill, and he won't quite get the second. But 11 HP for Cracks. Good luck.
That will be an impressive 1v3 if he can pull this across the line. That A hold was unbreakable. They've shown that B is strong as well. Good signs for BBL's defense early on. We just need to see them close this round.
Çok güzel, bravo.
Luckily, that 11 HP sort of carry on, but building up those ultimates coming into the next round, now that could be huge to have that safety net that if things do get out of control, you can fall right back on it. If Kushner has a big round, he'll be right on a showstopper too. Well, he almost had a quick round. Yedajay dropped. One towards Cora. There's Elite picking up.
Vermeyin oğlum kill, vermeyin oğlum kill.
The players on foot have rotated around. Still, BBL are sat in positions. Rize hasn't been given this up even late into the previous round, and we can see that Brave is also in spot. This could be both of those remaining ultimates farmed up right here and now.
In a good position. Flash out, it's going to give both players away. May go down to his paranoia, is in. He's managed to find them a couple. Again, though, the rotation already on spot, but the rifle's been picked up by Anacapt. He's going to be waiting close to the smoke. It'll definitely be a gamble to go through it. I think they're going to try and patiently wait on the other side. As that plant now comes in, the nade is going to force Cracks into a bit of a more awkward position. Anacapt immediately traded it. It's almost there for Cracks, but...
Big ult dump round, you know? Just dump all the... Okay. Because they dump all their ults.
Okay.
Geldi A'ya.
He didn't use the word ult.
Geri çıktı Elite.
I didn't shorten it a little.
Evet, retake'e bıraktık.
Both teams.
2 ultimiz var. Brave ulti var, Elite ulti var.
As we will now have that wraparound coming in already. Yedajay, I think he was stunned up there. He still manages to hit the shot. Maybe that's the curse of the reach. Well, he did get tagged. By the French, it doesn't matter. Yedajay's just hitting every head. It leaves it all up to Brave. A 1 versus 3 scenario. An impossible position to fight from. Still has a Molotov, but he still believes there's someone towards the showers. In fact, though, Yedajay has abandoned that spot. Going to try and get onto that diffusal. He's done some damage, but doesn't even know the second player's there, and another one is wrapping him behind him.
Showstopper up towards heaven. And sure, it cancelled Captains from the shadows, but if you're going to offer me a trade from the shadows for a showstopper,
Look
I'll
at the
take
time. 25 seconds left. The
Dönün oğlum, over-rotate.
of Brave could be everything. They've not checked. He's just going to try and drop the spike. A second player, if he kills the player with the spike, he might just win them the round, but he's only done damage. Still, though, Kushner's now here, waiting with the rifle. First player dropped. Still, that spike is coming, but it's got down. It's trapped. I think they've just about done enough. It would have to be the kills for Vert. It's not happening. They managed to win the round purely based off time. Brilliant from BBL.
It might look silly. That showstopper used. It's
An oversight that Mr. Farland as an IGO is not going to allow.
Mosh and nade for backside, but the corner's still wide open. CNAP out there on his own. Brave is isolating duels. The spike retrieved, but a 2 versus 5 after the chaos of initial engagements. Yedajay.
Bırak korusunlar, bırak.
Again. Just those couple of weapons to play with. It's a freebie though. Elite gives that one up. That gun can quite easily be retrieved as well, especially with 3 pistols in play. This definitely makes things dangerous. Kushner is going to try and make a move off this. The nade could be catastrophic in terms of the damage, but it's not going to go in time before the wingman plants. And after plant, an extra rifle found. This is truly dangerous for the side of BBL. Rize's almost dead too.
Only guy that can't get healed back up as well, and now he's the last man standing. What a response! Captain at least able to block out some of these angles, get them closer to the site. Perhaps the drawing rotations in, still the option to rotate with that teleporter in play. Brave is on his way. Flash is good, they can take some deeper control, and up top, CNET catches Kushner. The battle of the races goes CNET's way, and he's inspired to keep up the fight. Even throwing a thrash into this, and it's caught them. No, it hasn't. It didn't. They destroyed it just in time. Okay, it's not going to run the clock down that much. But they still have the disadvantage on the way back through. The defuse to be found, the stun going in. And the players not yet found. Out of captain, isolates a 1v1, loses it. Reezy on another Mr. Fallen though. He's being quiet all map. And now he steps it up for the double. Elite, the last man standing, caught off guard by CNET on the off
Ben ikinci map'e geliyorum chat.
behind the boxes. He strikes
İkinci
for the
map Icebox.
13th round for FUT. One map down, but
Be
that's
right
their
back.
pick top.